And there we go, everybody. Welcome to the Masterclass. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how you can take advantage of this creator-led marketing era. I want to walk you guys through how you can become this micro authority that's bringing in dozens of new high-paying clients, even if you're starting from blank zero. Doesn't matter if you're starting up from scratch. I've implemented this process for countless individuals. And in this video, in this presentation, there is no fluff. Take out your pens, take out your notebooks, get ready to take notes because this is going to change your trajectory of your life and in your business. So today we're going to be learning about something that I like to call psychological propaganda. It's exactly how to exploit every social media and weaponize psychological propaganda so that you can have tens of thousands of followers, of people in your niche, people who are ready to pay you, knocking at your door because they see you as something called a micro creator. We're also going to be learning that acquiring clients is more than just creating content. Every single step revolves around psychological propaganda. After that, we're going to be going through what the micro creator funnel is. I will literally take my funnel that has made me $5 million for myself, as well as millions and millions of dollars for countless other individuals. I'm going to duplicate that funnel for you to copy, and obviously how to optimize it. Then I'm going to show you how to develop your own custom content strategy to become this authority in your niche, and then how to reach tens of thousands of targeted followers of individuals who are ready to hire you. Doesn't matter what your offer may be. I've tried low ticket. I have a low ticket community with 4,000 paying members inside. I have a marketing agency where I've closed the biggest agency founders in the world on this program, and I've duplicated these strategies, and now I'm going to show it all to you. So no matter what you want to promote, no matter what you want to be pushing on your audience, you will be able to make money with it, even if you're starting with zero bloody followers. Now, why is this important? If your ideal clients or customers are online, then this training is obviously going to be changing the trajectory of your life. This psychological propaganda, as we like to call it, will single-handedly lead you to your dream clients falling on your lap. Now, there's a few issues that are involved, which is cold outreach, or it's going to be ads, or creating content that just gets no views and no engagement, and it's the worst, right? You're creating content that is being shown to a brick wall. You're producing killer content consistently, but you're not getting any growth. And I know this feeling. For example, I posted 186 videos on Instagram and didn't go viral once, but my 187th video got 500,000 views. I've done the same thing with my Twitter account. I went from completely anonymous, where nobody knew who I was, to building one of the biggest business accounts in the entire world. And I'm going to show you guys all about it. But you shouldn't be fighting tooth and nail anymore and fighting for these scraps because you're cold outreaching the same list as everyone else. You would rather have the right people come to you, follow you, trust you, nod their head when they see your content, and then you get those individuals to book calls with you and hire you. This training will show you exactly how to take control of a social media presence and make it into a bloody money printer. Now, on top of this, this is not some commoditized information. You're not going to find this information anywhere else because we're the pack leaders. My agency, my team, these strategies were built by my team. These systems, these infrastructures are developed with years of experience, and we're just going to hand it over to you guys. I'm not looking at some other individual who has 2,000 followers who is telling you that they're this social media strategist. I have hundreds of thousands of followers across my social medias. I've made millions of dollars from my own social medias. And it's because I figured out the formula. I'm not talking out of my bum. I'm talking straight through what is working today, what's crushing it today, and I'm duplicating those for you while everyone else is giving you these dated ideas from years back in the industry. So the value of this call is exceptional. We're talking about the mindset side. We're talking about the trainings that I provide to my clients where they pay $4,000 to $6,000 every single month. Or when people have one-on-one packages with me where they're able to pay $15,000, I'm providing that information in this call so you guys can implement whatever I am talking about to make you into a micro creator. Now, who the hell am I? Most of you have probably never seen me. And if you have seen me, it's because you've been following me for a few years now. I'm the whiz of ecom. I've been on this journey for years now. At the age of 16, I grew a 1 million follower Instagram network. By the age of 18, I started building offices, flew out to Pakistan, lived in an 8 foot by 8 foot room in my office to build businesses. We build softwares, we build marketing agencies, we build ecom brands, we build other presences. We've done this for years, and I built my office to 75 employees. But in 2020, I realized I wasn't getting the cut that I deserved. I realized that the route that we were going in wasn't for me because I was a minority partner, and I decided to build my own personal brand, but I did it completely anonymously under the alias Wiz of Ecom. I had a logo just similar to this one right here. Nobody knew who I was, and every single individual who started following me started learning from my value. People were ready to pay me. People were ready to jump on calls with me. Big names in the space, $500 million brand owners, $100 million brand owners started reaching out to me, and I realized, wait, people actually care about what I'm saying when I'm just posting a few posts every single day. And long story short, I built my presence to over 200,000 followers throughout the past few years. For example, my Twitter account, I became one of the largest anonymous business accounts in the world. And I broke that anon status in December of 2023. Then I started growing on my Instagram. I started growing on my YouTube. And now we expanded this presence, and it's been able to generate me multiple millions of dollars throughout the past few years. At this point, I now take care of my parents. At this point, I'm being able to buy whatever I want. And I'm not saying I'm the richest. I'm not saying I'm the fanciest individual. I'm saying that I no longer have to worry about grocery bills. I no longer have to look at gas prices. I was able to buy my dream car without focusing heavily on just selling courses. I'm talking about I built real sustainable businesses that are well respected. That is my creme de la creme. That is my main source of revenue, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the same throughout this journey. So how do I know that this stuff works? Because this is my hall of fame. You guys probably might not know these individuals. However, these guys are the go-to authorities in their niche. They're not trying to be the next Jake Paul. They're not trying to be this next big influencer. These individuals right here understand one thing only, that they want to collect leads. They want to close deals for whatever businesses that they have. And that's why all of these people here are the go-to individuals in their spaces. Over the past 2.5 years, I've helped countless individuals make multiple millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars, even if they were starting from blank zero. We have individuals who have 850,000 subs on YouTube, like Shane, people who own $100 million brands like Ryan, or even other individuals who are just agency owners looking to close a few $100,000 or a few extra $1 million. And that's crazy, especially if you're listening to this starting as a beginner. How is that even possible? Well, a few of the clients who I've even had started with 0 followers and were able to close $50,000 to $100,000 in new deals for their businesses because of the personal brands they created. So what does my entire process look like? Let me show you what our day-to-day looks like so we can actually understand how to blow up personal brands so you can copy this. This is exactly how you build yourself into an authority in your niche. This is my Trello board. This is what clients pay me for on a monthly basis, and I'm just going to give it out to you guys. We have a content schedule of different type of content pieces that you should be producing on a day-to-day basis. For example, this is for 500 to 5,000 followers. Your objective is to be posting a few different types of content pieces, which I have multiple examples for you guys today in the video too, but let me give you a high-level overview first so you can get this bird's eye view. Once you get the bird's eye view, then we're going to go ahead and hop into the exact individual examples. So the bird's eye view over here is going to be, there's something called top of funnel content, middle of funnel content, and the bottom of the funnel content. The top of funnel content is to cast this wide net, attract as many targeted followers as possible of people who trust you, of people who can start nodding their head and saying, hey, this guy's posting some cool sauce. And then you have the middle of the funnel, which is to nurture people, to get people to trust you even more. That's through story content, that's through valuable content. And then the bottom of the funnel. The bottom of the funnel is where you're converting people and getting them to actually book a call with you or pay you. So some examples would be, if we're looking at the top of the funnel, we got to logically understand what is the journey of when you follow someone. Think about this. When was the last time you followed someone of any sort of value? Well, you saw a post on the timeline or you saw a post on Instagram and you nodded your head. You said this was actually pretty good. So you decided to check out their profile and you clicked follow. You exchange the follow in exchange for some sort of predictable entertainment or predictable value. That's the deepest logical core of what a follow is. You follow the individual. Now you're starting to see more of their content pop up on your feed. And now you're wondering to yourself, okay, this post was good. Let me nod my head again. I liked it. I nodded again and nodded again. 3, 4 nods later, now you're going to be able to trust the individual a little bit more because now you trust the person. They maybe shared a little bit about their story. They maybe shared some sort of results. They maybe shared a little bit of an opinion. You now know this individual has some sort of value. A few more nods, you're going to implement what they were talking about. I learned this from my friend Dentist Leo and Dan Coe. You're going to implement what they're telling you about. You make some money or you learn a little bit from them, and then you decide, hey, you know what? I might want to hire this person. That's probably what happened with a lot of you. You're probably following me right now because of that same principle. You're probably on your 6th nod. You probably know me for a while. And that's what this content strategy is all about, is getting those nods. We need as many of those nods. So the concept is all about topics, frequently asked questions, content objectives, and content vehicles. What does that mean? A topic is, what is the overall topic? Well, this topic is how to become a micro authority. The FAQ is, how do I become one and what is it? I'm answering the questions throughout this video and how can I actually become one? And that's what I'll show you. The content objective is, I want to show you guys I'm authority. I'm giving you authoritative content. I'm showing you who I am and the results that I brought in. And then the content vehicle, where am I showing this content? I'm going to show this on YouTube. We can show this on Twitter. We can show this on Instagram. And that is called the micro authority ecosystem, which I will be exactly explaining to you guys in this video too. By the way, something super cool. Check this out. My camera follows me. I got this AI camera. Watch this. If I do this, camera zooms in, camera zooms out. It's a wicked camera, guys. Okay, back to the topic. Let me get a quick sip of water. A challenge for you all. For the next 45 minutes, I challenge you all to close all unnecessary tabs, put your freaking phone away, and take notes. Guys, I'm always taking notes. Notes are everything. This is my 18th notebook. On January 3rd, 2017, I was in university, depressed, crying. I hated everything about my life, but my best friend bought me a notebook, and he said, Mubu or Wiz, I want you to come in and tell me where you want to be in 5 years and ask yourself why. He told me to do this and I asked myself why 5 freaking times. And I realized what I actually wanted to do with my life. 5 years later, I accomplished everything from that list. I have in that book was to make $20,000 in a single year. Now we have paydays of $20,000 in a single day because I've become this micro authority. So I want you guys to really take note. If you stick around until the end, you'll be able to get a chance to win a $6,000 bespoke package just by taking your notes. So be ready for this. It's going to be really wicked, guys. So let's go into the next part. Why does this training exist? We constantly get asked about our strategies. I'm going viral on Instagram. I'm getting tens of thousands of views on YouTube. I'm getting hundreds of thousands of views on Twitter. And it's because everyone wants to learn more about becoming this micro authority. But I've really held a lot of the information, but I'm going to share it with you. This training will explain to you what's working, why it's working, and how you can stay ahead of the curve for these strategies and how you can stay ahead of the curve. These strategies are not saturated. They're not being used by your competitors right now. We're still early to this. So let's get into the training. Remember to take your notes. Let's go into it right now. So what does relying on cold outreach look like? You spend hours a day writing the perfect cold email script that you send to 50,000 people and 4 of them respond, and this took you 12 hours. You spend hours a day being a simp, hoping that someone will pay you a $2,000 retainer, and you have zero leverage. Your clients probably treat you accordingly, and it's because you have zero edge. And I want you guys to think about this logically. What is the purpose of any sort of marketing that we do? It's to build trust. When people are sending a cold outreach message, they're trying to build trust with someone. When people are running ads, they're trying to build trust. But isn't it easier if we just had people who already trusted us because our personality is shining? Doesn't that sound easier? I don't gotta twerk. I don't gotta act like someone I'm not. I don't gotta be fake. I can just post some sort of value that is exceptional for people, and people see my story, see what I've gone through, and then they want to hire me because they know I got this expertise. That's way better than begging people, oh, please check out my email, oh, I'm going to follow up with you, oh, I'm going to be blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, I do not care. I want people to come to me because we're in the trust economy. The attention economy is dead. There is no more attention economy. Anyone can go viral. Virality doesn't make you money. I get 100 likes a tweet. I have 140,000 followers. How am I still able to make 6 figures a month? It's because people trust me. Attention. Now, what does it look like to become a micro creator? You have access to basically every high level entrepreneur. This will pay off for your business and your personal life. I have a client named Ryan McKenzie. He runs a 9-figure brand. That's a $150 million brand. And he invited me out to Vancouver to watch a hockey game with him because he has tickets. That's insane. These are massive respected individuals who are paying me on a monthly basis. I've become amazing friends with these individuals, and now we're going to be able to chop shop and learn from each other consistently. And that's because I built this personal brand. You'll have new people begging to work with you every single day. You're able to choose which clients you want to work with. No more annoying clients, and you have leverage now. So you can be more aggressive and you can choose who you want to work with. You're picking your clients, so your chance of getting amazing results for them is much higher. Now the choice is yours. It's basically a question of scarcity or abundance. Do you want to dread the clients you work with or unlock a brand new paradigm where not only do you love the clients you work with, but they also pay you 3 to 5 times more because you have the authority to back yourself up? But how do we create this? It's all done through psychological propaganda. Every post, every piece of content, every interaction, it's all calculated. So to ensure that you become the authority in your niche, we know our methods are powerful, which is why we limit our services to 2 personal brands per niche. I'm not saturating this. I'm not going to push this to every single individual, but I want the right people to become an actual true authority. Let me introduce you guys to the creator-led economy. Look at Gatorade right over here. This looks nasty. I chose the ugliest Gatorade image for this example, but I had to do it. But Gatorade, for example, took 30 years to be where they are right now. But Prime, in the past 3 years, they lapped them and outdid their revenue in 3 freaking years, guys. How is that humanly possible? Because these guys' faces right here, these 2 guys right over here are the creators behind the actual marketing. It's called creator-led marketing. And the creator-led economy is essentially businesses like Nelk, where they have the face of the brand marketing it. Now, you're probably saying, well, Wiz, I can't become this next Logan Paul. You don't need to. You don't need to become the next KSI. All you need to be doing is becoming that authority in your small pocketed audience group. Look at me. I help business owners and agency owners and beginners who want to learn how to build their personal brand on a few main social media platforms. Guys, I'm not targeting everyone, but I've closed 300 plus people on my agency for this offer. And that's because I became that authority go-to individual. And you guys know ChatGPT. You guys know all of this big hype around AI. The owner of OpenAI, the company that owns the AI company ChatGPT, says you need to focus on obsessing over that small audience group. I'm paraphrasing here, but he tells you to obsess over a small audience group, become known there, and then expand out. That's what the creator-led economy and creator-led marketing is all about. You become this micro creator in a small audience group. You become known. People trust you. People want to pay you. Then you can expand out. You no longer need hundreds of thousands of followers. So the 4-step process to becoming a micro creator. This is where the value gets heavy. So there's something that we're going to talk about, which is the nucleus platform. Then we're going to talk about expanding your presence to something I call the muscle platform. Then there's evergreen platform content and your safety net. Let's go into every single one. So how do you start knowing what you should be tweeting about? It's all about step 1, the foundations. The research phase is the most important, but it's the most boring. Everyone hates doing research. I don't want to come in and be like, oh, what does my audience care for? What should I be creating content around? It's not the most fun, but if you answer these 12 questions here, everything becomes simpler. So what is your main offer? What are you trying to sell? If you don't know what to sell yet, what is your main skill that you're best at? Are you good at designing? Are you good at writing? Are you good at editing videos? Whatever it may be, you got to think about what your main offer is. Then what is your position? How do you want to stand out in front of the minds of everyone else? So how do you want to be in the minds of all of your consumers? Well, look at some examples in this space. Let's look at Alex Hormozy, for example. He's showing you that you can make crazy money from a single offer. One offer can change your entire life. Then there's your ICP. Who do you want to target? Do you know your ideal customer profile? Do you know the exact individual of like what they would be? For example, I know I'm targeting people who are 30 years old to 50 years old who want to build their presence online. Then what are some of your accomplishments? Think about this. If Forbes comes to you today and says, hey, I want to interview you. I want you to be on the next Forbes 30 under 30. Tell me a little bit about your accomplishments. Tell me a little bit about the big headlines that we can use for this. Think about those and you can use them. If you don't have a lot, you can talk about what you want your accomplishments to be. How do you stand out from your competitors? What's making you different? Audiences, fears, and dreams. This is a very important one. Do you know what your audience is afraid about? Do you know what their dreams are? Your goal is to be the bridge to their dreams. And then there's top performing angles, most common objections. These are the questions that I need you to ask yourself. Once you ask yourself these and you answer these, message me on Twitter. Shoot me a tweet out and say, here are my answers. Let me help you. Let me give you as much feedback. Step 2 is where we're going to be looking at our content strategy. So if you have less than 500 followers, these are the different types of content pieces you should be producing at the top of the funnel. Remember when we said we're casting a wide net and we're trying to reach a wide range of an audience? That's what top of funnel is. So for example, we have Dylan Ander right over here. Dylan showed off some sort of authoritative result. He showed off the end result of something that he's done. He showed crazy numbers over here. Dylan was on our program. He closed hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of deals. He killed it, right? And this post over here popped off because he showed some number result. People loved it, right? Then there's technical value. Technical value is a super simple breakdown to reach a specific outcome. So if I wanted to scale from 5 to 15K months, this will be my exact roadmap. And then he walks you through the entire process. These technical posts do well on Instagram. These technical posts do well on Twitter. They do well on YouTube as well. And then the last one is an auto DM. An auto DM is something that you see people do on Instagram, you see people do on Twitter, you see people do on YouTube. They're essentially giving away this massive resource and for free. And inside the resource, they promote themselves. Now, these 3 content pieces are so important, guys, to start attracting new followers. If you have less than 500 followers, you're going to try these. If you have 500 to 2,000, sorry about that, then you can do something called mind maps. I can give you my mind map. Just shoot me a tweet on Twitter, Wiz of Ecom, and I'll send you my mind map templates. But it's a visual image teaching people some sort of technical value. You can even take your technical post and make them into a mind map visual image as well. Then from there, you have mind map blur, which is another auto DM. However, what you're going to do here is you're going to blur out the value. So now people have this FOMO. I don't know what this person's post is about, but it seems very good. They have this fear of missing out, and then they're going to go and sign up for it and follow you. Then the last one on the 500 to the 2,000 is technical posts again, but as other thread. So Jordan Ross did a great one over here. We created this image for him. Jordan's made millions with us. I've helped hundreds of agency owners scale to $1 million a year. He shows off who he is. Clients did this by following my 8-step roadmap. Here's his 8-step roadmap, and this post absolutely popped off. Now, 2,000 to 10,000 followers, it's exactly the same principle, but to get people to follow you, you need to be posting these as well as a few opinions and a few authoritative content pieces. That's it. Next up is our middle of the funnel. Our middle of the funnel is now where we're going to be able to nurture people. Remember, we're talking about the nods. How can we get people to trust you and want to pay you and get people to say, okay, this guy is not another option in the space. I trust this person and I want to hire them over everyone else. It's simple. Your goal here is to post story-based content. Talk about your story. I talk about my journey in my office. For example, look what I just tweeted out the other day. I tweeted this video out over here where I just bought this car. My 50-year-old cousin just closed his first deal. My 22-year-old brother-in-law and sister-in-law are doing 10K months. My 25-year-old cousin is doing 6 figures a month. We meet up weekly, yada, yada, 144 likes, 13,000 bookmarks. And we did that. We did these numbers because I'm showing people who I am. I didn't go viral off that. I didn't get so many people engaging with it. However, these numbers work because people trust me on a human level now. I need you guys to know, and I need other people to know who you are. It's called a personal brand. And then there's something called FAQs, which is frequently asked questions. What are the questions your audience has around your offer, around the value that you provide? Answer those. And then video breakdowns. Video breakdowns do so well. So for example, if we go back to my profile, I have this video right here explaining a little bit of my content strategy ecosystem. 41,000 views, guys. It did so freaking well, but it nurtures the right people. But this also got me a ton of followers. So it works both ways, right? On top of that, we're going to be able to do controversial takes, hot takes that you believe in. For example, presidential elections coming up right now. now, guys. If you have an opinion on it, you talk about it. Those posts do viral because there's trending. They're trending in the space right now. And then when people see your opinion, they fight with you, they work with you, but they get to see that you're a human being. Now we're halfway through the training, a little bit more than halfway. Just remember to stay till the end because I got a crazy giveaway. Now the bottom of the funnel is how you promote. If you have less than 500 followers on any of the platforms, you're not going to promote anywhere. If you have 500 to 2,000, you're going to promote 3 times a week. And then if you have 2 to 10,000, you're going to promote every day. If you want my promotional frameworks, you can tweet at me and I'll send it to you as well. Just don't forget to compliment this webinar if you guys are actually enjoying it. I put a lot of work into this and I would love to know if you guys like it. So I have this document here and it's called the optimization document. You can't just produce content for the sake of producing it. You actually got to look at the content that is performing and what's not performing and how you want to improve it. So for example, we have on this one client's account, his content was doing great, but some posts were doing bad. What were the main takeaways that we learned from it? Every single 14 days, go into your accounts, look at all the social media posts and create a list of things that we know are working and what are not working, and then create a hypothesis on how we're going to improve it for the next 2 weeks. It's that easy. So for example, if I know a video piece of content worked very well for me, I went viral in the last 2 weeks, I'm going to make another video on a similar topic. It's that easy, right? Then we're going to go into step 3, which is expanding your presence to the muscle platform. Twitter is the nucleus. That is the beginning platform that I want every one of you to start with. But then from there, you're going to add LinkedIn. LinkedIn is so simple. You're going to literally take your top performing posts from Twitter and post it on LinkedIn. It's that easy. LinkedIn is your muscle because it provides strength to your authority status across 2 platforms with your winning Twitter content. So you're going to post a winning long form from Twitter or a thread. You're going to post winning creative images from Twitter. You're going to post motivational engagement posts from Twitter or promotional tweets. That's it. 7 to 10 posts every single week. 3 of those are going to be a promotion. That's your content strategy. It's that freaking simple. After that is step 4, which is our evergreen content. I added this in, guys, and I closed a record month on my agency because I expanded to YouTube. YouTube is your forever platform because it activates the people who are on the fence about your offer and appeals to the visual learners. I literally have had, out of the past 10 people who bought my agency, 7 of them have watched one of my YouTube videos because it shows my mind. It shows that more than just the words that I'm saying online, I'm showing my thought process. I'm showing my logic behind stuff. So there's 2 to 3 different types of videos that you got to post every week, but 2 of them are kind of the same concept. One is going to be like this. It's a strategy breakdown. And then the other one is going to be another strategy breakdown, but as a Miro. I have all of these as Miro templates if you guys want to, and you're walking people through this like mind map type of template here. Now, they do super freaking well, guys, right? And the last one is something called a raw video where you're just sitting in front of the camera talking. I did one the other day, my audio rate, and that got 10,000 views on it and is providing value around business, like high level top of funnel stuff. And these ones over here are to nurture people and convert people. And then the last one is your safety net. This is by far one of the greatest assets you'll ever create because you guys got to remember that your Twitter account can be shut down. Your YouTube account can be shut down. Same with your LinkedIn. No one can take your email list from you. This is where you're going to see the majority of your lead flow come in. You're going to get all of the content from your social medias and you're going to promote your email list and you're going to send 1 to 2 emails out every week. One is a case study. One is a massive newsletter of massive amounts of value. If you guys want to check out an example of it, look at this right here. For example, this is my newsletter, insights.mogulmedia.ca, why faceless brands are dead. And I provide a massive breakdown as to why it is and what the platforms are that you got to focus on, aka the micro creator ecosystem. And I'm providing value to people and people trust it very well, right? You can also do other videos. Like I just interviewed Dan Coe on my YouTube channel. He's a very good friend of mine. And he came in, provided some value that does well on YouTube and to my email list. So this is the ecosystem. Why these 4? These work best in conjunction. It's not Twitter versus LinkedIn. It's not YouTube versus Twitter. It's not LinkedIn versus email. They're all a team. It's an ecosystem. This is the micro authority ecosystem that will take you from 0 to 10K, 10K to 100K, 100K to 250,000 bucks every single month because of this ecosystem. So let's do a quick recap. Over the past few minutes, you learned exactly how to build this lethal personal brand funnel that will have your dream clients begging to work with you. I showed you a part of the process, guys. Let's go into the next side of things. So the results, if you have less than 500 followers, Matt Larson closed $44,000 worth of deals. This guy closed a 6.8K a month deal with minimum 3 months. This guy made 18,000 bucks. We have countless individuals closing deals from this. 5,000 to 2,000. We had Dylan Ander close 40,000 MRR in 2 weeks. We had Carl Weiss make $300,000 in 90 days. Or Jordan Ross made over $1 million with the program. Straightline Advertising did $150,000 with 10K followers in 55 days. Sour Frazier went from 20K a month to over 6 figures a month and just bought some crazy office right now because of how well his agency is doing. We practice what we preach. It's working for me. I'm following these methodologies myself, and the entire journey has been crazy. I went from anonymous to launching my platform called Utopia, connecting with people in Forbes, getting listed on Forbes, getting an article about me in Forbes, scaling my community, scaling my agency. It's worked exceptionally well. Now, some of the greatest names in our industry are at our fingertips. I can launch any offer to my audience and make tens of thousands of dollars just off the launch. And my personal brand is the reason why my businesses are doing over $150,000 a month. And with the growing popularity and the future monetization of Twitter and all these other platforms, it's only going to become harder and harder to grow, guys. These strategies won't be effective forever. So if you actually want to change your business and personal life with building your bulletproof personal brand on Twitter, on YouTube, with your email list and link, you need to take action quickly. Hopefully by now you understand deeply that building your personal brand is still worth it 100 times over. We went from making 20 cents per follower to $1 to $3 per follower. You can do the math, and built amazing connections that I could have never imagined. And now I have a personal brand that will never allow us to go broke. Now, your personal brand is essentially a magic wand that is going to open countless doors, give you the status that you deserve, as well as grow any business that you want. And for sticking with us throughout my first real training, I have a gift for you. This will make the entire process effortless and hassle-free for you to build your personal brand into a micro creator in 2024 and 2025. And in 30, 60, or 90 days max, you will have built yourself into this micro creator that brings in consistent new high-paying clients every month. And more importantly, you will be the authority of your niche. You will run laps around every one of your competitors. Now, what is this gift you're going to receive? You're going to get access to something called the Agency Growth Hub. It's this platform that I built 4 years ago that has some of the greatest proven and tested strategies on how to build your marketing agency from scratch and make your first $1,000, scale it to $10,000, as well as become a micro authority in record time. I have weekly interactive calls inside. I have thousands of posts inside, including stuff that we spoke about throughout this training. There's step-by-step growth roadmaps, 24/7 support with killer instructors, an 8-hour agency training hosted by me, ready-made tools and templates on content strategy, for example, my mind maps, for example, my Miros, for example, my content strategy framework, and high-income skill playbooks. All of this is all around the Utopia Growth Hub. And the usual price we charge for this is $9.95 for life. But I don't want to do this pricing for everyone on this training. Saturation is real. We want this to stay exclusive for the next 20 people. Now, the price for everything we spoke about is $25 a month. Cancel anytime, money back guarantee. For this investment, you will never have to worry about client acquisition ever again as you build one of the most profitable and powerful personal brands in your space. And because you stuck through this entire training, I've got some fast action bonuses. I'm going to make sure that you're going to get all of our mind map templates. I'm going to make sure that you're going to be able to jump in a weekly call with this live call hosted with me and everyone else inside the Agency Growth Hub Utopia every week, and then a Discord community to chat with master experts within the space every single day. You guys are going to see some of the results here that I got for my agency clients. I took the principles from my agency clients and I applied them within the Utopia. Like I showed you Jordan Ross, or Keval Shaw, who was booked out for 4 months in a row, or Frazier, who scaled to 6 figures a month. We even have people directly from the Utopia. Daniel Fazio, the Colnema Wizard, says, make an F ton of money, join Wiz of Ecoms Utopia. Straightline Advertising, I truly believe that once you join Utopia, you'll never leave. And then we have my agency clients here where I got their exceptional results, and I used that value for my agency. I posted it in the Utopia. You're going to see countless individuals like Jordan. He was living in the slums of India, and now he's inside the Utopia getting killer results, moved to Dubai, doing well over $10,000 a month. And you're going to get access to everything by just clicking the link below. Now it's your choice. I know it's a difficult one. It's either you're going to keep simping to work with people through cold outreach, or you're going to unlock the abundance and build a bulletproof personal brand that feeds you opportunities and connections for years. In just 30, 60, or maybe even 90 days, this could be your new reality. You have access to basically every high level entrepreneur on Twitter. You have new people begging to work with you every day. You're able to choose which clients you want to work with. And now you're an authority in the space where people are knocking at your door to work with you. No more cold outreach. No more wondering when you'll sign your next client. No more thinking about how you can actually close a deal. No more annoying clients. No more clients that underpay you. No more scarcity. Now let's talk about the giveaway. I want to give you a full custom made content strategy by me and my team. I will personally interview you. If you enjoyed this, take a picture of all the notes that you have, push it on Twitter or on Instagram, tag me at Wiz of Ecom and show me what notes you took. I'm going to choose one winner and we will be creating a custom content strategy for you all. Otherwise, guys, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to click the link below, check out the Utopia, and I'll see you guys on the inside.